Do we have him? Let us go to the phone lines and say hello to one Yair Rodriguez, El Patera himself. Is he there, Yair?
Hello?
Hey, Yair. How are you?
How are you, brother? I'm pretty good. What about you?
I'm doing great. It's great to talk to you. I was a little worried there that we lost you, but you're here. I'm so excited. I know you don't have a lot of time, but I want to thank you for coming on, and I want to get down to brass tacks because, Yair, I spoke to you not that long ago. You were out of the UFC, and then all of a sudden you were back in the UFC. Could you tell us? I don't think you've done any interviews, so I'm not really sure what happened. How did you get back?
Well, I think it was more a problem of miscommunication between the parties, between the UFC and whatever we were talking into the negotiations and all we was going through. And I think that was the main problem. Once I talked to Sean Shelby, we kind of fixed it. And then Hans Molenkamp from Monster, he helped out a lot. Which I want to thank him. I want to thank Tiki Roche as well. He was helping me out to get all these fixed. We set up a meeting with Dana. We talked to him about some of the stuff, and we were talking before all the problems and stuff. And we were actually pretty cool. Like I told you before, we're actually better than before. We kind of are clear on the goals, and I'm just ready to move forward. And I wanna take the opportunity to thank all the sponsors that stay and support me. During this journey. That it was pretty tough. And all the people as well.
So you feel like you're in a good place. You're happy with the way things turned out. You have an understanding with the UFC and Dana White. There are no issues anymore.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty happy with all of this stuff that is going on right now. Of course, that I'm back to the UFC. I'm pretty happy, and I'm ready to work hard and go for the next fight. I'm pretty excited about my next fight. My next bout is going to be pretty important for me, for my career. So it has a lot of hype. It's a huge star in Russia. It's a pretty good martial artist, and I'm pretty excited to go and throw down with them September 8th.
Yair, as you know, when the news came out that you were a free agent, everyone wanted to be in the Yair Rodriguez business, and I know you got some offers. Were you close to signing with anyone else?
No, actually, I talked to Tiki before, before I signed with any other companies. I talked to Tiki. We actually had a pretty cool video where I'm kicking a kind of monster from his head, with a double spinning heel kick. And he was pretty tough to take it, He was pretty bad to put himself out there in danger for me to take out that can with a crazy kick. And that kind of build confidence, honestly, and my series is pretty good. That's why I decided to move directly with them without thinking.
So you are going to fight Zabit Magomedsharipov, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel, because I know when we spoke last time, you wanted maybe a fight before that one. Are you at peace with this? Do you like the idea of fighting him now?
Yeah, I like the idea of fighting him now. The fight has created a lot of hype. A lot of hype. People is wondering what's going to happen. What are we going to do? What we're going to put up there on that night. And I've been working on some new stuff. I hope people likes it. And at the end of the day, I just want people to be happy with the performance of both fighters. Because this is what I do. I like to put on a show every time that I step in the cage for people to like it.
And is the fight happening September 8th?
The fight's happening September 8th, yes.
Okay.
It's what is on my mind. Is what I have understood. Yep.
And which camp? Where will you be training for this fight? Because I know you're in you live in Vegas now, and you've trained in Chicago. Where will be your team?
I think I'll be doing kind of cross training, for this camp.
Okay.
No, I don't have everything set up yet, but for now I've been training with the Israel Martinez, to work on my wrestling, and I'll be just moving around.
Okay, so you are going to work with Izzy Martinez.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. You guys are back together.
Yeah, we're back together.
I love that.
Talking for the last Rodriguez, I was in Chicago. I went with him. We went up there to Wisconsin to a wrestling camp. Like I was there. It was amazing. And I'm pretty excited to be back with him, working hard as always, and I'm pretty excited.
Yair, for such a young guy, you have been through so much throughout your life, but the last month or so, in the UFC, out of the UFC, back in the UFC, getting this fight, this has been a whirlwind. Like, do you feel like you things have calmed down a little bit? They're back to normal, or not quite yet?
No, really, I think stuff never stops. So you gotta learn how to keep on going with life or stuff that it comes to your life. And sometimes you're not prepared for it, but you gotta take what it comes with it, and move forward, whatever it comes, whatever life wants to give you. You gotta, keep on going forward. That's what I learned, and I learned as well that whenever you are super stressed, on that point, whenever you're super stressed, is whenever you learn to let go as well. That was a pretty good learning experience for me, all this process, and I'm happy to be talking to you from a very good position because I'm back to the UFC,
Yeah.
and we don't see that pretty often, so I think that's a pretty good sign.
And did you sign a new contract? Like, did you get a new deal out of this? Are you in a better place financially as well?
I'm still talking to Tiki about it, but we'll see soon about it.
Okay. So is Tiki your new manager?
Yes, Tiki's managing me.
The legend, Tiki Gosen, right? Rampage's manager.
Yes, Tiki Gosen, yes.
That's great. I didn't know you guys knew each other.
Like him a lot. Yeah, I know him. I know him from before, a long time ago. Telling you, I met him in Huntington Beach.
Mm-hmm.
I was with Hans from Monster, and we went to his team to do a shooting, for Monster, and that's when we met.
Do you feel like the UFC is going to try to push you now? They're going to promote you. They're going to be back in the Yair business once you got all this squared away. Do you feel like they're back on your side?
I don't know. I hope so. I think so. Like I'm telling you, everything is okay with the company. They told me we're on good terms. I'm in good terms with them. Ready to work, move forward about it, and I think we're good. Working pretty good.
Okay. Well, I know you have a dentist appointment to get to, Yair, so I'm going to let you go. But I really appreciate you coming on, and I want to congratulate you. What a strange journey this has been for you. Unbelievable. In, out. This right here is real news, right? You're back in the UFC.
This is real news, yeah.
That is amazing. Well, congratulations. I'm happy it all worked out. It seems like you're happy with it, with the way it all panned out. So congrats on that. And of course, good luck in the fight on September 8th.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Take care. Thank you for having me.
All right. There he is. Yair Rodriguez stopping by. Good to hear from him. Good to check in. Wanted a brief update there. Wanted to hear from him. Wanted to get it from the horse's mouth. And there you have it. Yair Rodriguez is back. And he has a new manager, Tiki Gosen. How about that? Who is building up quite the stable. He's got TJ Dillashaw. He's got Rampage Jackson. He's got around 12 to 13 guys. A who's who, if you will. So very exciting stuff. So earlier today, we talked to Tito Ortiz, and he said he's back. Another familiar name from the annals of MMA history, Renzo Gracie. It doesn't get any bigger than Renzo Gracie, a legend who has not fought since 2010. He is coming back. He is returning in Manila, July 27th to be exact, for one championship. He'll be fighting against Yuki Kondo. He is the king of MMA here in New York City. And in a matter of seconds, he will actually be joining us in studio. I'm going to take my headphones off for this because it is very exciting to have our first in-studio guest here on our new show, Helwani Show, right here on ESPN. I appreciate everyone who has been watching all show long. It's not often you get royalty in studio, but here he comes, the one and only Renzo Gracie. Wow, let me stand up here. What an honor.
It's always my pleasure to be here with you.
What a pleasure. I'm going to bring your chair right over
We
here.
on?
This is a DIY. You know what DIY means, Renzo?
No.
There you go. Please have a seat.
What?
Do it yourself.
Man,
You
that's the
understand?
best. That's my kind of work.
What do you
man.
got there for us?
I brought you a
Wow.
a box of guava.
Wow, thank you.
Have you ate guava before in your lifetime?
Not quite like this.
No, you never had like this. I
No.
never met one American who had guava.
This
This is as natural as they come.
How do you eat it?
You just chew
just
right
bite
on
it?
Yes, just
Should
bite.
we have
just,
one right now?
Please, go right ahead.
You too.
You chew that. He's afraid I poison him. That's what it is.
Look at that.
Like that.
So
the only
soft.
thing that you don't eat is the bottom and the top.
Unbelievable.
Good.
Is this from Brazil?
Fresh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
like
They
it.
just sent me 2 boxes. I got one for me, one for
This
you.
from Brazil?
Yeah.
Really?
They gave me today, yeah.
What a
I
match.
say, I know he never tasted that before.
Thank you. I'm going to finish the rest after because I don't
It's
want to
on,
talk.
brother.
Well, wow, this is amazing. Look at you. You're in our new studio here, ESPN.
Beautiful
Renzo.
place, man. Now we're talking.
This is big.
Yes.
I made it.
You know that they invite me to work with them
Uh-huh.
during the Olympics to be on ESPN.
Really?
Yeah, they want me to go down there. I say I cannot.
Why?
I was going to disappear on the first day, party all the way to the Olympics. So it's
Which
better just-
Olympics? In Rio?
In Rio, yeah.
Oh, the
one in
last
Brazil.
one.
Yeah.
You said no to that?
Yes.
It's a big opportunity.
I'm Brazilian, but when it's about work, I start itching.
Right.
You know, I get allergies.
You live a dream.
Yeah.
Look at this life that you have.
Unbelievable. That we
51.
have.
That we have.
Don't lie. I remember
It's-
when they wouldn't let him get into the rooms to
That's
film.
right. That's right.
I always walk out, drag him, and brought him in
Yeah.
and said, do whatever you have to do.
Thank you. 51.
Yes.
You're coming back.
No, I'm not coming back. I never
You
left.
never-
What's wrong? People say that I'm coming back. I never left.
You
This
never
is a
left.
party that I will only rest when my head is laying on a grave.
Wow.
And they say there's life after that.
Right.
If that happens, I will still be fighting then after.
But you are fighting
Yes, I am.
on July
Yeah.
27th.
July 27 against Yuki Kondo
In
and
Manila.
One FC in Manila, yes.
How did this happen?
I've been thinking about this for a while already. Like I wanna come back. I had a few problems that I couldn't train. I couldn't do the right thing. And then I sat down with Shatri,
Yeah, Shachi Sichotong.
and he goes, "When are you thinking about fighting again?" I said, "Hell yeah." So he told me, "You wanna fight for one?" I said, "Please." So
Wow.
I got this match.
Because you have been talking about fighting for
yeah,
a while.
Yeah. But I had a few problems that pushed me away. So much work.
Okay.
You know, even though I joke about being Brazilian or work, I'm working too much,
Yeah,
too
yeah.
hard. But everything now is perfect. Everything is in place, and I have plenty of time. And Borden was kicking in, so I
Really?
said no. Let me kick the Borden out.
How is the body feeling?
I'm feeling like I'm a $1 million check that didn't bounce, my friend. Oh, I feel good.
Really?
Yes.
No
yes.
injuries, nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing, yeah.
Did you always think at 50 you'd still be fighting? Or is this
Yeah,
a
to
surprise?
be honest, when I grew up, people used to say that at 30 you were old. You know, and then I remember when I was fighting at 35, they said that I was already old.
Okay.
Then I was fighting at 40, and
Yeah.
I was old again. So it's like what I realize is people see you as they are. Most people feel old at 30. I feel better now than actually when I was 25.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? What's the secret?
I think I'm passionate for everything that I do. I like to do. I love fighting, you know, and I believe every time you fight, you improve. You're able to improve those around you. You push the others to motivate you to. By doing that, they're motivating themselves. So it makes me happy. It makes me. That's why I smile all the time. At 51, doesn't have one gray hair.
It's amazing.
Look at this. And today I was talking to my youngest sister, who is 17, and she has gray hair.
Really?
Yeah. So I told her that she has to stay here with me for longer to
Yeah.
understand how to live.
To live the proper
You know,
life.
yeah. So you can say it's genetic, so you see it's not.
Yes.
Because she has the gray hair at 17.
At 7-0 or 1-7.
17.
17?
Yes.
You have a sister who's 17?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
My
gosh.
father always hate TV. I have 12 sisters and brothers.
Oh my gosh.
So the old man didn't like to watch TV, you know.
And where are you in the
I'm the fifth.
You're the fifth. Okay.
Yes.
And where's she? Youngest?
She's the youngest one.
Okay.
And I'm trying to convince him because they came out, the last ones came out so beautiful, tall. They're 6'3", you know. I say, you have to make more kids,
Wait, wait.
Dad, please. Yeah.
How old's your dad now?
83.
Okay. Maybe.
He's the oldest Grace alive right now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long in between your last fight and this fight? 8 years, right?
Yeah, I had a lot of things to do.
Okay.
You know, I had to grow the academies. I had to look after my relatives and make sure that they were following the right path. And thank God everything went the way that I was planning.
Okay.
And now I
You
have
wanted to come back a little early, but it just
Definitely,
things were.
yeah, I
but it wasn't
was-
injury stuff. It was
no,
just
no,
more
no,
work
that
and
was
things
just
like
work,
that.
and I knew that I wouldn't be able to give the attention that I'm giving right now.
Are they calling this a retirement fight?
I think they made a mistake.
Yeah.
They made a mistake.
It's not a retirement
Like
fight.
I'm saying to you,
Yes.
people see on
Yes.
you, whatever they are. They think at 51 I'll be done. I'm not. I'll
Right.
be back there if I can until 60. I'm
Really?
actually planning a line of grills.
Okay.
like George Foreman.
Really?
No, I'm
No.
But
I feel like you could do it.
He did it at 42,
That's
so
right.
I'm gonna do it at 51, 55. Yeah.
And any concerns about, you haven't been active for so long that maybe you'll need some time, or this is in your
Nah, I
DNA,
believe
right?
This is on me, and I train with the best guys. I can test myself and see how I'm moving. You know,
Right.
I can. The truth is, you feel it when
Yeah.
you roll with them, when you test yourself. So you can do it.
How did we end up with Yuki Kondo?
I think we're supposed to be Walid Ismail. He chickened out. And then Sakuraba, but Sakuraba I think was organizing an event, and then Sakuraba couldn't do it. It was supposed to be me and Sakuraba.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you like that best?
My dear friend, if I walk out of here, your doorman that I saw in the building stares me for too long
Yes.
without asking to take a picture of me, we end up fighting. You know how it is.
Yeah.
You
So
know, I
don't care.
like that too much.
Right,
Just
right.
imagine. They can change whatever. I just hope they have an opponent for me
Right.
on the day.
Man.
And the best, they
Yes.
ask, you want a guy around your age? I ask them, are you crazy?
Yeah.
You want to make me look bad? What do you think this is, a geriatric
Yeah.
convention, you know? Give me a young guy.
Yeah.
So they gave me a guy 10 years younger than me. Yeah.
You versus Walid Ismail would have been amazing.
That would be unbelievable.
What happened?
He's a talks but doesn't do.
Really?
I call on the private, I send a message.
And nothing?
No.
Man.
I think he had to change his underwear, you know?
Have you ever competed against them in
I
anything?
fought him in jiu-jitsu 1 hour match.
1 hour. Wow.
Yeah.
What year was that?
That was 1992, 1991, something like that. Yeah.
Okay,
We
wow.
had a match, and then I was supposed to fight him again. He never won it. Yeah.
And
He won by points.
in the
It was a
jiu-jitsu match?
jiu-jitsu gi, yeah.
Okay.
Gi
1
match.
hour?
It was 1 hour. Yeah.
Holy smokes.
He was like 200 pounds, and I was 145.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where was that? In Brazil?
In Rio, yeah. It was a beautiful.
Are you a
fight.
fan of his?
Nah.
No?
No.
Not a big
I
fan?
always let him go easy.
Yeah?
Every time because of my uncle. My uncle liked him.
Okay.
Castle, yeah.
Yeah?
But he talks too much, and you know.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That the
And in our business, when you talk too much, you can smell
Yes.
and taste the blood, you know, like. So now he's gonna have to be hiding. Every time I go to Rio, he better don't
Yeah.
bet I don't see him nowhere.
the pre-fight hype for that fight would have been phenomenal. You and him going back and
Yes,
forth.
Yes.
Maybe the next one, or do you think he'll never do it?
I don't think he'll do it.
No?
You know, no. Once a chicken, always a chicken.
Yeah.
You can, you can't change your feathers. You cannot change.
Right.
Yeah.
And where are you training for this fight? Just at your academy?
Just at my academy,
No
New
problem.
York, yeah.
Who's surrounding you? Who are you have?
Man, I have the best people in the
Yeah.
world. I have every guy that comes to my school helps me and
Really?
trains with me and sweats with me. We have 1,500 students on this location here on 30th Street.
Wow.
And honestly, I believe it's the best academy in the whole world.
Yes.
right now, yeah.
It's unbelievable who you have
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
in and
I
out.
have
The coaches that
unbelievable
you have
kids,
there.
Yeah.
Incredible. I feel like.
And I just got a call when I was waiting here for you
Yeah.
from Matt Serra.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he was telling me I'm getting inducted
Yes.
by the Hall of Fame this week.
Yes. On
And
Thursday.
I just calling you to let you know that I'm talking about you. I say you don't need to talk about me. You just say
That's
that
nice.
you did the right path and you went to a great school.
Yes.
That's it.
You should be in the Hall of Fame too.
Why?
Wrong. What do you
I'm
mean,
too
why?
young. That thing is for old people.
That would be.
You know, my kids that I raised them,
Yeah?
they will be in the Hall of Fame.
Good man.
That's the secret.
How do they feel about you fighting? Your kids?
Oh, they love it.
They don't mind?
No, they
Your family's
see-
okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Your wife?
No,
Everyone's
my wife
fine?
complains. She thinks, Renzo, you have so many things to do. You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
such a life. You already achieve everything. You could just sit and relax. I said, that's the problem. Because people, once they achieve, they want to sit and relax.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want, for me, there's no relaxation. I see a beautiful kid, I regret it's not my son. I see a building going up, I regret it wasn't me who built it. You know, I see a fight on TV, I'm pissed that I'm not there fighting. So
Really?
Yeah.
Have you always been that way?
Always.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So you always want what you can't have, or at least what you don't have right now.
What I want to build, yes.
Right.
yes. You must have an architect and a builder inside you the whole time, you know, this to make life better of not only yours, but everybody around you. So I always had this.
Sure.
You know,
Is it nice to know, like, oh, I'm in a training camp now, and there's a date? Like that has to bring back some old feelings, right?
It does. But it's a funny thing because people always ask me, what was your best fight?
Yeah.
I always tell them the next one. The next one will be the best one because it's a land that I didn't step my feet on it yet. It's
Right.
an experience that I didn't live. You know, and to be honest, I believe the best things we take from life is our memories. So this new memory that is coming, I can't wait to see what happens.
Man, you make me so like happy to be alive.
Yes, my friend. You should be. You
Yes,
should be.
but
You
why-
on ESPN. What are you talking about?
I know, but you have such a great spirit.
The
You're-
little kid that
Yes.
I remember you with the camera, with the
Yes,
mic. Can
yes,
I
yes.
interview you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we are. I have to set up an appointment. Gotta send my name in advance,
Yeah.
otherwise I can't get in the building. You know how that goes. Take a look here.
Look at that, black belt,
It's
huh?
a black belt now.
We made it.
Yes.
I bought that, $9.99.
Wow, yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes,
For
thank you.
Metamoris, huh?
No, it was Metamoris. That's right.
Metamoris,
Yes, yes,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
I got one too.
You
I
got
have
one too?
yes,
That's
yes,
very
yes.
nice. So we're going to Manila. Have you ever been to Manila?
Yes, a few times. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful
Wow.
country. Yeah.
Yeah, they love MMA there.
Yes.
They're getting really into
Yes,
it.
they really, it's growing. Like it's already sold out, the show.
Really?
Yeah, 20,000 seats,
Cool.
and it's airing to 138 countries. So,
Wow.
you know, and I believe ESPN Asia,
Yes. Yep.
it's all over the event.
And did you sign a one fight deal with one, or is it a multi-fight deal you signed with them?
One side, I think
One-
it was one. I don't even know.
Okay.
You know, Shatri is a personal friend.
Okay, did
If
you
he
even
asked
sign
me
a
to
contract?
Fight, I signed a contract.
You
I
did?
remember to
Okay,
sign it.
okay.
He asked how much money I wanted to fight. I said $1.
Stop.
He goes, "You crazy?" I said $1. That's how much I want. You know. He goes, "No, I'm paying you. It doesn't matter what you say." You know.
You get a good deal.
Yes, yes. we
Whatever
can.
it is.
Yeah, he's one of our original students from New York here.
Oh really?
Shatri, yeah.
He
That's
trained
how
it-
he created Evolve. He trained jiu-jitsu.
No,
He's
but I
very
didn't know he
good
trained
jiu-jitsu.
at your school here, the
Right
one over
here,
here.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable kid. He went to Harvard.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and then became an unbelievable businessman. And then he was living in New York and training with us. Then he decided to go back to Singapore, and that's when he opened the Renzo Gracie Singapore,
Oh, okay.
which is together with Evolve.
Okay, it's still
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
How many Renzo Gracie
It's the
schools?
most successful school in Asia.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
How many are there now?
Today, 67.
67.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Do you get to go to all of them?
When I have a chance, anyway, I was 2 months now in Switzerland.
Really?
I couldn't stop. Every weekend I had to work.
Wow.
You know, because the friends, the schools near, they said, "Hey, you gotta come here." I was in Germany. I was in Spain. I went everywhere in Switzerland. I couldn't stop.
Okay.
And I had to go in 3 more countries. I said, "No, that's it. I came here to have a little break."
How many schools are there in Europe right now?
We have a lot.
Yeah?
We have a lot. Yeah.
And how do you keep tabs on all of these?
We have a good crew, a
You do?
good team that
Okay.
works here in New York, and we're gonna start expanding now. And after I did the lecture in Harvard, we started.
When were you in Harvard?
Like 3 weeks. To me, everything looks like 3 weeks
Yeah.
ago. It may be a little longer, like 4
Okay.
or 5 weeks.
What were you doing there?
I was doing a lecture about business. And
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
So when do you train
Even
for this
Harvard
fight?
is dropping their standards.
Yeah,
They're
that's
grabbing
right.
guys who can barely speak English now, you know, to do lectures.
When do you train for the fight then? If you're doing all this traveling, all this.
No, but I was training for this whole time.
Okay,
Like
you were.
even though when I was in Switzerland, I was staying right next door, across the street from a Frot Academy. So every day I train, I lift weights, I spar, I run.
No problem.
That's why I'm looking.
You look phenomenal.
Yeah, tell them,
Unbelievable.
I'm back on the same weight that I fought back on Pride 1.
Wow.
You know,
What
yeah.
is that?
It's 182,
182. And what's the weight limit for this fight?
183, 184, something like
You
that.
don't even have to cut weight.
No, that's it. I mean,
You're done.
I'm done.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between this Renzo and the one we last saw 8 years ago against Matt
What
Hughes?
they say
Yes?
is that the devil,
Yes.
it's not the devil because he's the devil. He's
Right.
the devil because he's old.
Yes.
So you gotta be careful. Experience is hell, my
That's
friend.
That night in Abu Dhabi, did you think that you would fight again that night, or in your mind did you say maybe this is it?
No. I
You knew.
I was gonna fight.
You knew.
That one was the toughest one because I wasn't training for 3 years
Yeah.
at all.
At all.
I didn't do a push-up for 3 years.
Wow.
And then I sat down to have dinner with the Sheikh
Yeah.
Carnoun, and the Fortitas. And then Lorenzo asked me. He was putting the show there. I go, when is it? He goes, in 6 months from today. I go, sign me up. You know, so on those 6 months, I had to go back and train. I had to drop 40 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Why didn't you do anything for 3 years?
it was after my brother died.
Okay.
And I didn't feel passionate about training, about teaching. You
Okay.
know,
You took a break.
I took a break. It was like 3 years.
Even training, you stopped like
Completely
jiu-jitsu.
stopped everything.
Nothing. Wow.
Everything.
Did you go to the gym?
I will go sometimes. I'll go there,
Wow.
stay there a little, maybe show a move, but never. I didn't commit. I
Consistent.
didn't train. I didn't do one push-up for 3 years.
Wow.
You know, yeah.
Were you depressed?
No, just sad.
Sad, yeah.
Just sad, yeah.
And so, was this the opportunity that got you back? You feel like Lorenzo offering you this
once
kind of?
they offered me this, I couldn't say no. It was
You
an
were back.
invitation from the UFC. I said, sign me up.
Wow.
And especially fighting in Abu Dhabi, that I consider my second home.
Sure, sure.
I say, I'm doing this show.
Oh, I
It
didn't
was
know.
the first show in Abu Dhabi.
Are you still close with the
You
Sheik?
see how weak you were as a reporter back then?
Yeah, I didn't know.
You see, you were learning.
I
I
didn't
know,
know.
you were there with us.
I was there. I was there.
Yes, I know.
What
I
happened
know.
to me? Jeez,
I
I guess.
remember you waiting outside.
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember.
I go, what are you? Come in here, man. Stay
Yeah,
here with us.
Yes, yes.
It's okay if I film. I say, hell yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was incredible.
yeah.
What an experience that was
Yeah,
being there.
yeah, it was
Only time.
unbelievable, huh?
Do
Yeah.
you still go?
Yes, all the time. I was
Okay.
just talking to him before I came here.
Oh, really?
He was calling me to congratulate about the Brazilian soccer team victory today.
Yes,
against
congratulations.
Mexico, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
2-0.
2-0, yeah.
Yes,
And I
yes.
feel I wish it was a better score because I have 32 schools in Mexico. So
Okay. 32.
yes,
Jeez
if
Louise.
Trump decides to build a wall, for sure my boys will be working.
Yeah.
And he'll be leaving some holes underneath so he can go back and forward, yes.
Oh my gosh. And he's doing well. Sheik?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
He's not involved with UFC anymore. Did he sell?
No,
Also?
he sold it. He's out.
So
yeah,
he's done.
Out, yes,
And you still go do the lessons there and
yes,
everything?
we have. Today they have 1,000 Brazilians teaching jiu-jitsu there.
Yeah.
It's part of the school curriculum. It's like it's mandatory in school and military and police. You
Wow.
cannot go up in rank. Like if you're a lieutenant, if you're a sergeant, you cannot become a lieutenant if you're not a purple belt.
Really?
So they have 135,000 practitioners of jiu-jitsu. Among those, 50,000 women, which is very rare for Middle
Yeah. Middle East.
country.
Yeah,
Yes, you know. And when I was there, I could see the girls with no veil. They training with the gi, and I go, Tarnum, they come, they hug me, coach. And I go, Tarnum. He goes, man, jiu-jitsu is changing everything here, you know.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
How did you
Beautiful,
first meet
beautiful
him?
work. He came to New York to my school to train. When I have a small school, he came one day to roll, and he didn't tell me who he was. He just told me he was one of my friend's students from San Diego. And then I rolled him. I gave him some shirts, some gis. He invited me for lunch the next day, and then he told me he was a Sheik and gave me a gold watch. You know, yeah, a gold Rolex, you know.
You had no idea who he was that day.
No, I didn't
But
know.
then the next day you knew.
I knew he was a student from my
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
friend of mine. Yeah.
The next day though you did
Yeah,
your
then I
research.
knew it,
This is a
yes,
big
yeah,
deal.
yeah,
And
yeah.
ever since then.
Yes.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
Now he want to give me a house there so I can live 6 months there, 6 months here.
Wow.
He goes, you got to come here and help the program to grow, and you know.
How does your family feel about that?
They love it. My family loves him. They love the country, you know. They have been there many times.
Okay.
And every time was an unforgettable experience, you know. And the Sheik is an amazing human being, like one of the most amazing souls I've ever seen in my life.
Let me ask you about our friend Ali Abdelaziz. What a character this guy's turned into. I mean, the most powerful man in the sport, it seems.
Can you believe?
What happened? How did this happen?
Renzo happened to him.
Yes,
That's
you
what
did it
happened.
all, right?
I did it all.
When-
That's my kid. That's one of my. I never thought I was going to have an Egyptian son.
Yes.
And look what happened, huh?
It's unbelievable. Did you think he
Yes,
would
it
turn
is.
into this?
I knew he would. He was
Yeah?
a talent kid.
When did you first meet him?
He was my student for a year, and he talks a lot, right?
Yes, yes.
He was a student. I student in my school for a year and a half, never said a word.
Okay.
I would pass by him, he only greet me, and that's it. I go, this guy must have a speaking problem. Then I realized that in his culture, there was respect.
Okay.
So for like a year, he didn't spoke to me. Then after, I stopped putting him to help the kids to get sponsors for the fighters. He didn't have a job back then.
Okay.
And then we start working on this. And then when he started getting the hand of things, I say, now we're going to go for a meeting with Dana White and the Fertitas.
Oh.
And he looked at me. I say, you're going to be my manager for my fight coming.
Wow.
After Lorenzo invited me to fight the
Oh, wow.
UFC, say, you're going to be my manager now. It's time for you to make some money. So I went and I gave him
Wow.
his commission was the first one. You know?
Really?
Yes.
Wow. That's why he's so loyal to you. He's always giving you props.
Yes, yes.
But now he has like 70 guys.
More, 110 guys, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. So, but 70, I think, in the UFC.
Yeah.
70 guys on the
It's
UFC and
unbelievable.
110.
Do you think it would turn into this?
I believe so, because even the system, the way that it's set up, that he works with his fighters,
Yeah.
I helped him build.
Oh, okay.
So in reality, we went against everything that every manager normally does.
Okay.
Normally, the people pay the manager, and the manager passes the money to the
Yeah.
fighter.
Yeah.
I made sure that the fighter got the money, and then they pay Ali. So that changed everything, you know. It's the fighters start. I heard so many complaints about managers in the UFC or other events. I say you gotta act like this. You work for them. So when you see from that perspective, what it is, the athlete is the star, is the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
paying you, and he understood that, and he became the most
I'm
successful.
surprised
company.
that wasn't the case before.
Me too.
Yeah.
You see.
That is weird. So you kind of helped him.
Yeah, when I saw this, I say it cannot be, because I start seeing the problems where they are coming from. And then suspicion is raised, and right away the relationship is not the same.
Right.
I say, this is what you got to do. Especially because back then he could barely speak English.
Sure.
His English was worse than mine.
And for this fight, he helped you also, the one fight?
No, no.
You didn't need
He will
help.
try to collect his commission.
Yeah.
But I have an agreement with him. From the rest of my life, he cannot charge me.
No more commission.
The last one was against Matt Hughes.
You've done enough for him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yes, I hope so as
The
well.
other day he called me from his new house.
Okay.
And he had the camera on it, and he goes, "Look, Master, I want to show you this." And he went throughout the whole house, and he showed his kids' rooms, his kids' beds, and then he goes, "I owe all of this to you." I said, "No, you want your hard work. You work hard."
Wow.
And
That
I'm
must feel
proud
nice.
of you. Yeah. So
This is a great time to be a Gracie, I think, in MMA because it feels like there has been a void a bit of the next generation. But now you have Neiman Gracie.
yes,
He's
great.
unbelievable.
I was just with him training that.
He's incredible.
Unbelievable kid.
He's the
very
next
tough,
generation
yeah.
in
There
MMA.
was, and it's a funny thing because you always see your kids like a kid. You don't see them growing. So one day, Luke Rockroad comes to the academy, and he goes, "Renzo, I'm going to roll with the guys upstairs." I said, "Of course, man. You're home. Feel free." So 20 minutes later, he comes down sweaty. He looks at me. He goes, "Renzo, who is this kid?"
Yeah.
I go, "Which kid?" "The one that has written Gracie on his back."
Ah.
I go, "Neyman?" He goes, "Yeah, the blue eyes." I say, "Yeah, my nephew. He's the son. He's a young kid. He's the son of my sister." He goes, "Man, he's tough as nail. I never seen." I say, "Yeah." And that's when you realize that they are growing up. You know,
He's the
yes.
man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
incredible what he's turned into.
Yeah, it's a great kid.
It
great
feels
kid.
like finally we have found the next generation. Like
Yes,
some
yeah.
guys have
and
tried.
It's getting better.
Yeah, yeah.
Ryan's son now.
Yeah.
It's 16 years old,
Okay.
around 245.
Really?
245 pounds at
Whoa.
16. Yeah.
Wow.
He already won the world championship 2 times, so he's training whole day too. I was just with him
Okay.
on the noon session, and he keeps telling me like, school's getting in the way.
Yeah. He's trying to get out, right?
Yeah, no break for
Yeah,
him.
yeah. He lives here?
He lives here. Yeah,
Okay.
he's living right on the street of the academy, right next to the academy.
Wow.
I got them an apartment there, and believe it, you guys are gonna hear. You guys thought you're gonna get rid of the Gracies.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a legend of the past. There's something that happened. Nah, we're gonna be here. I have a grandson who's 3 years old. Every day he puts the gloves and come, "Grandpa, Grandpa."
Yeah.
Pa, pa, pa. We have
What's his
nothing
name,
else.
Heinz' son?
It's Hiron.
Okay.
Yeah, Hiron.
Neiman told me that he felt that for a while, the younger generation, all they want to do is seminars, but no one wanted to fight anymore. And he was saying, enough with the seminars, come back to
Yes,
fighting. Do you agree with
yes,
that?
I do.
Yeah.
I think, the most important, what is the gold medal of our lifestyle is the fighting.
Yeah.
You have to fight.
Yeah.
But you don't fight just to prove that you're better than someone. You fight to improve yourself. And the moment that you fight, you become a better human being. You become a better person. It's a humbling experience. It's a unique opportunity that you have to live years in minutes. You become an old man every time you step in there because experience comes in, sets in, and you start seeing the world completely different. And I think the Gracies that don't fight, they're making a mistake. My whole life I grew up knowing that I was going to be in a ring fight.
Yeah. Why do you think that is? Why do you think they don't want to fight?
Because life becomes easy.
Yeah.
If you see why most kids want to succeed, they want to succeed to have a nice car. They already have a nice car.
Yeah.
They want to succeed to live well, to have a nice apartment, a nice house. They already have that.
Yeah.
Without having to fight. They want to succeed to steal kisses from a beautiful lady.
Yeah.
They already doing that.
Yes.
Believe it.
Yeah.
So what motivates them
Sure.
to achieve beyond? And it's a funny thing for me. In my head was always fighting was more important than anything. Anything else, I didn't care. I would rip $100 bill. I probably rip it every week, $100 bill, because I give 20 to homeless people all the time.
Yeah.
This week I was driving by, and because I could see the guy was high, asking for money. And I say, I'm not going to give him money. He's going to probably drink or get drugs. But then he knocked on my window. He goes, "Please." I pull out $20 and I gave to him. When I gave to him, he went, "Ah!
Oh my
He
God.
took off running. I don't know where he went.
Like he
That
just
made
hit the
me so
jackpot.
happy. Yes.
So Neiman is different.
Yes.
Why
he
though?
is.
What's different about him compared to
Because
those other ones who aren't
he-
content?
You see, in reality, he's going throughout the hard way. It's like every time I see him, he's like, "I'm dead. My body's hurting." This every time on the past 2-3 years. I go, that's how you gotta feel every day. That's why when you lay down in bed, you gotta be feeling that every day until You know that there's nobody doing what you are doing. And that's what he's doing. And I say, don't worry about nothing else. Everything else will come from the hard work that you put it on, and it's true. It's happening to him,
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you know that he would be different than someone? Like, could you tell, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Every time you have a harder way to get in, he had to live with his father when he came. He had to go through some hardship to embrace. And I could have made it easier, but I didn't.
Okay.
I let him go
Really?
through some hardship to make him tougher, to make him understand that you have to fight for what you need,
How do you do that?
It's very difficult because I'm a very giving guy.
Yeah.
You make a compliment about my shirt, it's yours.
Yeah,
I take out and I
yeah,
give it to you. It's
Yes.
it's like if I could, I'll give everything to them all the time. And
Right.
it's difficult. I have to control myself not to do it. But some you have to, the fighting is in there.
Right.
It's on the eyes, it's on the will, it's on the against all odds, he's going to be there to train and compete. And those guys you have to push.
Is he helping you for this fight?
Yes.
Yeah. And are there any other people? I know you mentioned your brother's son, but anyone in his age bracket that you see?
Everybody, like the Gordon Ryan,
Yeah.
Nick Ryan.
Oh, of course. No, I mean
John Danaher,
the Gracie family, who are you feel like are on the cusp of doing great
Igor,
things.
Gregor.
They're
all
still
those
doing
guys.
it.
Yeah, all of
Still
them.
doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Not getting in trouble at the club anymore.
No. There's
No
no
more.
bouncers being abusive. After that one, it finished.
They left
and by
you
the
alone.
way, do you see how I am?
Yeah.
Even when I beat up someone, I help them. My insurance paid him $90,000
Really?
for me taking him down once. So in reality, if I knew I would come and hit you here, we split 50-50 because I would feel better to give that money to a friend than to an enemy, So even the guy that I beat up did well.
Why did you pay him?
Huh?
Why did you pay him?
My insurance paid him.
You had to,
they, made
okay.
they made an agreement.
Why, he got injured?
He was suing, complaining my labrum hurts.
Ah.
It's how it is. The tendon that is connected straight to the sphincter.
Yeah.
When you find someone who faces you, you poop yourself.
Yes.
So that's, the labrum.
But that's all done, right?
Yeah. I hope so.
No problem.
I hope so.
I wanted to ask you. Unfortunately, there was some sad news.
And the biggest tool that he had to sue me?
What?
My interview with you.
Really?
Yes.
The one after?
You're the only one who I did an interview.
Yes. And you regretted it?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't regret nothing. I only regret what I didn't do.
So what did he use in the
I
interview?
use all the pieces of the interview.
Ah.
Yeah.
Against you?
Yes.
And you don't regret it?
No, I don't.
You're the best.
I tell the truth. I'm not
Yeah.
lying.
So then how
you
do
want
you
me to lie?
No, but how do you
You know
use
what
it
I
against-
found out?
Yeah.
The justice system, even though it's rough, it's a good system, it's still a joke.
Really?
Because in reality, they follow certain procedures, and once they saw I was celebrity, so they start treating, they did every, I had a fight with this guy, I had to do 10 days community work. You know who are my partners every day? People who shoplift. You know how many days they get for stealing? 1 day.
Yeah.
So you start looking. I can tell you everything. Do you want to shoplift with me? We go to a store, we take everything out if you want.
Right.
Even because they were telling me how they do it. There's people that live off shoplifting. They go on the top stores, they have procedures, they wait, that they do, technical things that they do. They put the clothes in and they can never find out. They leave with the clothes. They set up apartments where people go there to buy. They set up a personal store that they sell goods. Every single good is stolen.
Wow.
And they make like $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month with that. And they get 1 day
Yeah.
for stealing community service.
Yeah.
I did 10 days.
Jeez.
10 unbelievable days because I met people that I probably would never meet. The trash.
Yeah. What kind of stuff were you doing?
Oh, I asked to go to Chinatown because it's the dirtiest place in
Okay.
New York.
Yeah.
The first day with a bed, I had the surgery for the ligament, the ACL replacement.
Yeah.
I was able to do the record of collecting garbage. I did 330 bags
Wow.
in one shift. Yes. And the guy counted how many bags I did it.
Wow.
330, He goes, you just broke the record of this. It's amazing. And in the end, it hurt more my knee going up and down on the truck.
Right.
So I would hang on the truck and tell him, drive. He goes, I cannot, it's against the law. I say, we are the law. So we end up collecting so much garbage that was insane.
For 10 days you did that?
For 10 days, every day from 7 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 7 in
Picking
the
up
morning.
garbage.
Yeah.
Do people recognize you?
Yes,
That's
yes,
Renzo
they come
Gracie.
to take a picture, and the people are so simple. The people that work on those trucks,
Yeah.
they normally are ex people that were arrested, people who are ex-presidiaries,
Yeah. Prisoners.
prisoners,
Yeah.
you know, and they get a job as a rehabilitation process. And once, like my guy, the guy that I love, I was riding him. He said, I never had a job in my life. I always sell drugs, or I had to steal it, you know, to eat. And after I get out of jail, I got this job, and it's unbelievable. You know, I was able to pay my bills without having to steal. I never sold drugs again. So this shows that the system works the way that they do it.
Right.
And then what really made me proud is after the 10 days, he came to me like this. He goes, look, Hans, I cannot guarantee, but I have a very good connection. Could you fill it up this? And I'll try to get you a job. I go, when I look, it was an application form to work as a trash man.
Oh.
And I go, how much money can we make? He goes, $10 an hour, but the benefits are good. The salary is not too good, but the benefits are unbelievable. I go, I don't think I can get that job. I have a job already, but thank you.
Wow.
But there was one of the most proud moments of my life, because he saw me as one of them.
Wow.
And he want my company there.
Wow.
And you know the funny thing, my cousins who did the same job, like probably a month before me, they did it before because I had the surgery.
Yeah.
I brought the picture, and when I showed the pictures to my cousin, he goes, oh, I work with him. So I go back and I show it. They go, no, I never seen this guy in my life. So I go back to my cousin and say, how could you go meet those amazing people and don't leave an impression?
Wow.
They didn't remember you. You know, I say sometimes I go there 7 o'clock in the morning, I bring coffee and cake,
Wow.
and I have breakfast with them until today.
Really?
Yes, of course.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's been 4 years already.
Really?
Yeah, so I visit them all the time, you know.
That's incredible.
Yeah. But you ask if people would see me in the street, right?
Yeah.
So I was collecting garbage. People thought that I was doing like a volunteer service to help the city or something. So they would come to me, Renzo, what are you doing here? Can I have a picture? I said, of course. So I'll take a picture with them. Then the trash men go, they didn't know who I was. They didn't have a clue. They go, why are they taking pictures with you? I say, because I look like The Rock. So I'll go like this. I said my smaller version of The Rock.
They never even looked you up or anything.
No,
They didn't know your name.
No, they didn't.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Until I finish, and then until today, I bring things for them there. I bring shirts,
Amazing.
bring videos. Now they know. Now they.
You know what the word mensch means?
No.
You're a mensch. You don't know mensch?
No.
It's a Yiddish word. It's like the highest compliment that you give someone, like a gentleman.
Oh, really?
Yes, a
How you
mensch.
say it again?
Mensch.
Mensch. Toda barra.
Ah,
Baruch
look at
Hashem, porra.
Can I want to
And
ask
by the
you.
way, I have a school in Israel.
You do?
Of course.
I didn't know that.
Chaim Gozali.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
that's the
right.
Renzo Gracie Academy.
Wow. Which
Yeah.
part? Do you know which part of Israel?
It's in Tel Aviv.
Wow.
Tel Aviv. And I think we have two already. One in Tel Aviv and another one. I was there. I was teaching Jerusalem. I went everywhere. Yeah, I had a
Have
great
you been
time.
to every single school? Have
Yeah,
you
almost
stepped foot?
I didn't have a chance to go in South Africa yet.
Okay.
I was in Cyprus. I was in Athens. I was everywhere else but there. I have to go to South Africa, and it'll be a unique opportunity to pet a white shark. So I'll find a way to do that too.
I think Nate Diaz was at the school last week, right? In
Yes,
Brooklyn.
yes.
Doing a seminar or something. Did you see him or no?
No, I couldn't.
You were not, yeah.
I was-
The main one you go to is the
Is
one
this
in,
one
in
here,
Midtown.
yeah. But I go in Brooklyn a lot too.
Yeah.
We're running. Now I'm opening 2 more.
Okay.
I'm going to be your neighbor here.
Oh,
I just got a spot here on 72nd and Columbus.
oh really?
Yeah, it's 5
Wow.
blocks away. That's why I went there to see the place, and then I
This
came
is
here.
perfect.
Yes.
This is perfect.
So I'll be bothering you a lot here.
Perfect.
I'll get in a fight with the guy at the door. You know how it is.
When is that opening?
I believe we're getting the permits by the end of this month, in 2 months. Once we
Okay.
get the permits,
Let us
2
know.
months. Yeah, and maybe you can come train with us.
Be
I
nice.
Yes.
Long
It's a
overdue.
beautiful place right here.
Really?
Right here, yeah.
I wanted to ask you about Anthony Bourdain.
Uh-huh.
Very unfortunate news. You knew him very well.
Yes. Great soul. Unbelievable guy.
How did you react
Loved
when you heard the news
jiu-jitsu.
about him?
Was a surprise.
Yeah?
You know, we were with him the whole week. He came 3 or 4 times that week,
Really?
right before he traveled to Paris. Yeah.
Wow, he was
yeah.
training.
He was training straight. Yeah.
Nothing out of the ordinary?
No, he seems just a little down, but he was quiet. He was a quiet
Always
guy.
quiet?
Yeah.
When did you first meet him?
When he began training.
Okay.
No, right before he began training, because Otavio was training already.
His ex-wife, right? Yes.
So I met him before, and then he began training.
How long
right
ago
after.
was that?
That was a while.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Several years, right?
Yes.
And what belt was he?
He was a blue belt.
Blue belt.
He
okay.
won the New York Open. He was a champion at the New York Open. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Very talented guy. He was one year. He was the whole summer in the Hamptons. He would fly. There's a heliport right on 30th Street. He would fly by helicopter, land there, walk to the academy, train, go back, get the helicopter back home.
Wow.
2-3 times a week. Yeah.
Wow.
During the whole summer, you know.
Long guy, right?
Yeah.
So he was good on the ground, right?
Yeah. He was a great jiu-jitsu guy, man. Loved jiu-jitsu. He studied, trained.
Yeah.
And it was a shocking surprise, you know.
Did you know he was dealing with anything? Like, there were any?
I heard a lot of different versions.
Yeah.
You know, it's difficult to judge or to say.
Sure.
You know, I read recently an unbelievable article about a woman talking about Asia Argento.
Yeah.
The Me Too, the Me Too.
Yeah.
You know, and bringing the blame to her a little bit too. But the reality is difficult to know. You can never know. You know,
Sure.
what is in a man's head.
Yeah.
It's like you have to walk his shoes to understand.
Yeah.
I feel sad because we're going to miss him a lot. But there's one good side on this. He will have great training partners. He will be there with my brother Ryan, with Hollis, with Carson, with my grandfather, with my uncle. He'll have to deal with the anger of my uncle Helio, you know? So it's
Yes.
going to be, for
lot of
sure, he's going to
privates.
have a great adventure on the other side.
Oh, Tavia, she still comes.
She's still training straight. Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
She was the one. I remember like 10 years ago. I rember seeing her at UFC events. She would come, and then he
Yeah.
would come after. How into it she is. How
Yeah.
into
No,
doing
she
all kinds of.
She's going to be working with us here
Oh, really?
on 72nd Street, for sure, yeah.
Okay. Oh, in the
Yeah.
new gym.
They'll be here,
Yeah, it's amazing. I feel sad. Like when you hear that someone passes, then you go back and you watch all this stuff. It's like we
Yes.
end up appreciating and loving people
Yes,
more
yes.
after the fact.
So that's why they say the life is like a bullet train. You have to enjoy the people. Some passengers will come in
Yeah.
and they will leave before the end of the line. You know, so you have to learn. Stupid is the ones who don't learn from them while they're sitting next to you. You know, and it's a funny thing because people always say, but Renzo, you sit next to someone, you always begin talking. You ask questions, and that's the feeling that I have. It's like I learn, a lot of times I learn much more speaking to people than reading books. You know, it's like I learn from their experience, their way of seeing lives, you know. And that's how I get to the conclusion that a lot of people see others the way that they are.
yeah.
That's why they have let's be honest, if you are God,
Yeah.
would you design yourself with this image? That's what they say. God looks exactly like us.
That's
you know?
right.
Yeah, we are the perfect God's image. We're perfect God's image.
I don't know if I would.
I wouldn't, my
What?
friend.
No.
Even aerodynamic wise is not
Yes.
smart.
Yes. It's
I
amazing.
would add the speed. You would look at me, you think that I was going 100 miles an hour, even if I was sitting down.
How many children do you have, Renzo?
I have three amazing kids.
Why only 3? I feel like you should have at least 6, 7.
My wife stopped
Stop?
chicken out before, but I just got a new grandson.
Oh,
He's
okay.
3 years old.
Mazel
Roman.
tov.
Oof, unbelievable.
Okay.
And I'm trying to bribe my daughter to give me another one.
Okay.
I say, I give you a new car, I give you whatever you want, but you have to give me another
You only
one.
have one grandson.
Only one, yeah.
Okay. So what are the ages of your children?
30, 24, and 23.
All born in America?
No, they're all born in Brazil, actually.
All born in
because I
Brazil.
moved 22 years ago here.
Okay, so right
Yeah.
after the last
So
one.
yeah, so they're all born there.
Any work in your jiu-jitsu world?
Yes.
They
My
all do.
daughter runs my academy in New York.
She runs the whole
Now
thing.
the oldest one is going to be running all the affiliates. Going to run all. She did fashion at LIM here in New York.
Okay.
So she's going to be running all the clothes, all the
Apparel,
apparel
yeah.
for the Renzo Gracie Academies.
Okay.
And we're developing. When I was in Harvard, I met these guys who develop a program to run academies and to do the billing, to do everything. So I'm partnership with them, and my idea is to have 1,000 Renzo Gracie gyms all over the globe. Yeah.
Wow. And what about the last child?
The last child, my son, he's
Your
been
son.
training jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Is he going to compete? How old is he?
He's 23.
Does he want to
will.
fight?
He will fight. He
Yeah?
will,
You think
yes,
so?
Yes, yes,
But he hasn't
yes.
fought yet.
Not yet. Not
Does
yet.
he do tournaments?
No, he didn't do tournaments
How
yet.
come?
He
What's taking
trains
so
a
long?
lot. He's been going through some hard times.
Okay,
and,
okay.
You know, yeah.
Slowly,
Youth.
surely.
Yeah,
Youth.
it's my friend. Like
Yeah.
I told you, at 51, I'm here.
Yes.
So just give him time. That's
It's
how it
unbelievable.
is. Yeah.
You're back. Tito Ortiz back. Chuck Liddell. You heard about
Yeah.
this?
Holy moly.
Everyone's coming back.
We're going to throw a party of geriatric guys, you know. It's going to be great to see this guy.
Yeah, you like
Yes,
that?
yes,
Do you
yes,
still
of course.
watch MMA?
Oh, yeah.
You like it?
Yes, I love
Every
it.
Saturday,
I love
UFC,
it, yes.
Bellator.
And I record it and I watch over and over again.
Really?
Of course.
Who's your favorite fighter right now to watch?
All of them.
All of them?
I never seen a fight that I didn't like it.
Really?
Yes.
You see the beauty in every fight.
Every
But is there
single
one guy in particular, I need to watch this guy?
Man, all of them.
All of them.
One that I love is Frank Edgar. Like
course.
when he fights is amazing.
Yeah.
I love to watch him. His will.
Tough, yeah.
You gotta see, he trains like that.
Right.
You know, it's like it's difficult to see throughout so many years. Like I remember the Fertitas asking me, how long do you think a fighter can put up with this kind of abuse, this kind of training, this hardship of training? I go, man, I believe 5 years maximum to keep it, be able to keep it up on the top of the game. He goes, yeah, me and the guys, we believe is only 4.
Okay.
You know, that's the number that they had in their head.
Yeah.
So that shows that I'm more stubborn than them.
Yeah. But look at Frankie. He's like, what?
He's been, look for how long?
12, 13
and
years.
believe it, he never diminished
Right.
a second. So that toughness is difficult to find, you know, and it's great to see that little guy with such a big heart like that.
Even after he lost to Ortega, he comes right back a month
Yes,
later.
Yes.
Looks like he didn't
Nothing
lose
happened.
a step.
Yes.
It's incredible.
You see, he doesn't change his mindset. He's still a champion. He's still going. So that alone, it's amazing.
And then you kind of have like a sister school, right, in New Jersey with like Ricardo
Yes,
Almeida
yes.
and Mark
The
Henry,
Big
those
Dog,
guys.
all those guys.
Yes,
They're my
incredible.
family
Eddie
from South Jersey.
Alvarez.
Yes.
All those guys.
Yeah, we have we have an unbelievable team. And it's going to start getting better now. Because
Why?
I'm going to start concentrating on this a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to push these kids to be stars. So,
Why, you felt like for a while you weren't?
yeah, I was too busy with so much things that I could not even, be with them.
Yeah.
You know, it's there was a very there was an event that happened in India, I believe, that was very traumatizing, and people couldn't understand what it was. The elephants start attacking people and killing them. They would be sleeping on the house. The elephant would go through the window, pull them out, and kill them. And people couldn't understand why that was happening. And I don't know if you know, the elephants have a paw that it's very soft, so they are able to approach you without making a noise. You know, they like silencers. So they approach you without making any noise. So when they could see the elephant, it was too late. And that never happened before. So they went there to study and see why the elephant was changing the behavior. Normally he was afraid of man, and suddenly he's attacking people, he's going after people, he's hunting people at night in their home. You know what they found out? The people were killing the older elephants. So once they were killing the older elephants, the young ones were being deprived of knowledge. So that fear that they felt was the fear that the grandparents felt, that the parents felt, but now they don't have the old ones teaching the young. So then the young is fearless, doesn't know yet.
Right.
It's young, it's strong, it's powerful, testosterone is a blast. They start attacking people. Why am I afraid of something smaller than me? And they found out it was actually this. So the most important thing that we don't realize is the knowledge that comes from our elders, and sometimes we take them as for granted, we push them to the side. A friend of mine who's here on the studio with me, he just came from a funeral from a 99-year-old lady up in North New York here.
Okay.
And he was telling me that when he was in the funeral, they start talking about the stories that she told them. She was born in 1919.
Wow.
So, and she was from a very influential family. And throughout this process, everything she lived, she was telling them the stories, how that happened. Historic events in America that you and me don't know about it.
Yeah.
But the people that were under her, younger than her, learned from her, from the stories that she told. So this is extremely important to be, like I see an older person, I want to sit and talk.
Sure, of course.
It's always like this. And sometimes the young happens to not be so smart. He goes, he's crazy, he's old, he's senile. Boy, I was telling them, I hope when I get old, I have if I have to have a health problem, maybe a colostomy bag. Because I want to make sure that every time the colostomy bag is full, I'll grab it and throw it at someone. And the beauty of that, I'll be able to get away because I'm going to be an old senile man.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it's like going to your house for dinner, your family. You must be holding court, telling all kinds of stories. I mean, it must be amazing.
Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah.
The stories
I
must
did
be...
an amazing seminar this past weekend with John Smith, the wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
What an amazing
From
human
Oklahoma
being.
State?
Unbelievable,
Yeah.
yes. Unbelievable.
You guys did a seminar together?
Together, yeah.
Wow, is that a first?
That was
for
the
you
first
guys?
time,
Wow,
yeah.
where did you
He
do
was
it?
in one match showing wrestling,
Oh
I
my
was showing
gosh.
jiu-jitsu, then we switched. Boom.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
Where was that?
Was in Albany. Was in Albany.
Oh, Albany, New York.
It was beautiful.
Really?
Unbelievable. Yeah, we recorded everything. Soon
You
we're
gonna do
put
more
on
like
there.
that, or was it just a
Yes.
one-off?
No, we will. And I love the guy. I'll have him in New York. here
He's a
for sure.
legend. Daniel
Unbelievable
Cormier
soul.
speaks about him like
Yeah.
he's a god.
You don't understand. Different
Yeah.
level of everything. A mental toughness, a sense of humor. You know, it's what a beautiful soul. I had a great time. Great
Unbelievable.
time. Yeah.
Just like you. What a beautiful
Yeah,
soul.
yeah, I
Look
love
at that
it.
smile.
Thank
It's
you, Ariel.
amazing.
Thank you.
You're just an amazing guy. You're a
Thank
treasure to the sport.
Ah.
You know what I mean? An absolute treasure. And I'm so happy that you're back. July 27th, Manila.
One FC.
One
Oh,
FC, the
yes.
Philippines. You can watch it here in America, right?
Yes, and I just found out they have an app.
Yeah, yeah. It's
One
amazing.
FC app,
Yep, yep.
and you can watch it anywhere
For
you
free.
know, like yes,
Yeah.
and I didn't know.
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, it's good.
Then I say, how do I put people here to watch? Then they told me there's an app, One FC app,
Yep.
and then you download for free on your computer, on your phone. You can watch anywhere you have access to.
Gary
streaming.
Tonin just fought. He's
Yes.
he-
And he's fighting again.
yes.
He's fighting the same day. I just saw him training.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Same day.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with him on his feet.
Oh,
He was
amazing
great.
Kid, amazing kid.
Great.
Very dedicated.
Yeah.
These new guys, new generation that we have there that are coming up, because we're able to build a very strong relationship. Me, Ricardo Almeida, Tom DeBlas, all these guys from Jersey, Frank Edgar, our team trains together, you know, and share knowledge and push the others so we get better. So soon you're gonna hear a lot about New York, New Jersey,
Sure.
you know.
And
Yeah.
you still have George St. Pierre coming
Yes,
by all the
yes.
time. John Danaher still wearing his rash guard.
Yes,
He
yes.
doesn't wear
Never
anything
changed.
else. What's wrong with that guy? Have you ever seen him without a rash guard?
No, it's been a long time. Although Matt's wedding, when Matt get
Yes.
married,
He
he showed up with a rash guard. My wife called me. I said, pick it up, John. So he goes with you for the wedding. My wife, she calls me. She goes, "How's in Portuguese? Is he joking?" I say, "What? He's wearing a rash guard." I said, "Nah, that's how he goes."
Yeah, you ask him why?
He likes, man. It's like there's things in life
Yes.
that you do, when are you a man
Yeah.
and you love your friends, you respect them, and you don't ask why.
Right. That's true.
There's no reasoning, for your taste.
What
I
makes
just
you?
accept you the way that you are.
When are you the happiest?
Or tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Every tomorrow, my dear friend,
Yeah.
I'll be happier,
What, in your opinion, Renzo? What is the key to life?
I think it's to be happy.
That's it.
Yeah, it's like I see people create expectations, being depressed. You see, I was born naked and toothless.
Yeah.
Look at this. And dress it.
Yes.
I'm far ahead of the game. I don't care for nothing else, my friend.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
What an honor, Renzo.
I went to do a.
Please. I feel like I could sit here. I feel like I'm being smarter just sitting next to you
Get
here.
out of here. I went to do a lecture with Tony Robbins.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did
Wow.
martial arts in Las Vegas.
Wow.
So they brought me in and they look for who was the most successful people on each area. And in martial arts, they say, Renzo, they invite me over and I went there.
Wow.
So I began the lecture like this. Guys, the only reason I'm here, because I don't like to do work that I didn't choose. The only reason I'm here is because I heard Tony Robbins was a little down. I came to lift him up.
Yeah. That's right. No way.
And there was 500
Yeah,
people, they
that's-
start laughing. He's always very hype and very
Of course. He's incredible,
So
that guy.
I heard he was a little down.
Yeah,
I said,
you
he
get-
needs someone to lift him up. And then here I am.
And I feel like you could do legitimate, like, forget about teaching. Like, you could do life, motivational speaking,
But
things
that's what
like
I
that.
do.
That's what you
I
just
do every day to everybody around
That's
me and
true.
everybody that I love and, that I can have access to. All my students. you
Yeah.
know. That's why I think my academy is the biggest one in the world right now.
I feel like we can all learn from you.
Yeah.
About
Like I
appreciating
can learn
life,
from you. That's how it is, brother.
being
Yes,
happy,
yes.
being thankful, things like that.
Definitely, yeah.
I wish you the best, Renzo. Thank you for
Ariel.
coming.
We finished.
Well, that's
Already
it.
done.
Yeah.
That was too fast,
It was
man.
1 hour.
Well, I'm going to get a job.
Yeah.
It's already an hour.
Yeah.
I can speak for 4 hours here.
I know. I don't
I'm
want to
going to
take
get a job at ESPN so I can see you more often.
It would be
We'll do
beautiful.
that.
It would be beautiful. And I want to come by the new gym, and it's
Please.
long overdue that I come by the old gym, too.
Don't worry.
You've
I'm going to
always
hook you up and get you there. You're going to get your butt training a little bit. No
Thank
more
you,
easy
Renzo.
life for you.
Thank you. So July 27th in Manila,
It's
you're
on.
back, and one of many, not retirement
One
fight.
of many.
Yes.
And I still be fighting when my grandson is stepping in there.
That's right.
Because all the knowledge that I have, I'll give it to him.
Awesome. All right.
Ariel,
Thank you so much.
I hope you like the guavas,
I'm
huh?
going to keep eating them.
Let me get my guava back.
Where's my one that I said? You want some more?
No, I'm good. I have an
You have your
extra
bag?
one
We're
there.
good.
Yes.
By the way, where can I get some good acai in New York? Because it's
I'll
all.
hook you up.
You hook
I
me
have a
up?
connection. They're gonna send you a box.
Really?
Don't worry about this.
Because the one in Rio is
it's
not
different.
like it's not like
I
here.
have a very good one. They send it to me out.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Because you ever tasted here?
Yes. They mix with apple. They mix with different things.
Almond milk.
Acai normally falls in your clothes. It's a stain forever. You can remove it.
Right. Here?
This one here, you can You put in the washer,
No
it's
problem.
brand new. Yeah.
It doesn't taste the same.
Nah. It's a
I go to
mix.
BB Sucos in
That's
Rio.
a good different level, right?
Oh my God.
It's a different acai.
With granola.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Unforgettable.
And they blend the banana. That's all I
Yes,
want. I don't want the
yes.
fancy pineapple, this, that. No.
They try to mix tastes so you don't know what you're having.
Exactly. But no one has opened up an acai store like legit,
Yeah.
authentic.
I try.
You
On
tried
my
it?
academy, but they don't allow nothing with food there. You know, but soon we
working on it?
Yes.
Let me know. I want to get in on
And
that.
then I will go get the açaí in Pará and bring it myself. So there's no chance you eating the bad stuff.
Because it's life changing. When I tried it, when I went to Rio, I was blown away.
Yeah, it's a different taste.
It's
People don't realize that it's you taste the earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never tried a food that is so different in two different places.
Yes.
Like you go to one place, pizza, okay, it's a little different.
Yeah.
This is drastically
Yeah.
different.
It's what we have here. I like it, but it's not
Not
an
the
açaí.
same.
No,
Not
no,
the same.
no, no.
So they might as well
Yeah.
call it something different.
Yes.
Right?
Blend. Açaí blend. Or
Blend,
something.
yes.
Like the Snapple. They have even Snapple has açaí now.
Not
And
the
then I
same.
went to look. There's not 1 gram of açaí in
No?
it. There's only artificial flavors and it's crazy. Yeah.
Thank you for this. It means a lot to me.
Thank you, my
Thank
brother.
you so much.
Thank
Someone's
you.
going to walk you out. I don't know if someone's
My man,
standing
I'm
by.
home. Don't
just
worry
chill
about
out.
me.
Yeah. Don't forget your bag over there.
What I cannot forget is to turn off the
Microphone. Because if you say something,
mic. For sure.
it's a bit, what are you going to say? You're at the time of your
Anything.
life.
I may talk bad about you. Who knows?
I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it very
Good to
much.
see you
There he
again,
is.
brother.
Renzo Gracie, everyone. Look at this guy. Gonna walk himself out. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you,
my
brother.
friend. Obrigado.
And my guava is here. Pô.
Parabéns. The
Thank you,
man.
brother.
We'll see you soon. There he is. Renzo Gracie stopping by. I really appreciate it. As I'm gonna have my my guava. This is incredible. Look at this guy. This is just amazing. Let's see here. Oh. Thanks for that. So thank you very much to Renzo Gracie for stopping by as I eat my guava here. Put this back.